So hey you guys, I know it has been forever, but yeah, I have a few minutes, and since I know I probably won't be able to record this week, I just want to take some time just to pop on right quick and say what's up, ladies. Also, we just gonna go. I know if you're like me, I just haven't been buying much. But I mean, there are a few palettes that I just really think are chocolate girl friendly. You can tell I've been swatching stuff, just trying to, go through some stuff. I just wanted to kind of get something up and just say hey and say hey to everyone who has joined the Kimberly Inks fam. It's coming. We're coming back soon. Just give me a few more days and I will get a video up. I know it's just been a minute. So I just want to check on everybody, and then give my thoughts about some fall palettes. These are probably, they're mostly affordable. There is one that is not as affordable, but that's okay. So the sale, hey Regina. So the Sephora VIB sale is coming up. So if you were looking for something to kind of put your, I think also has a 20% off coupon now, or that you can use on anything in the store. So that's why I kind of want, hey Sherry, I just kind of want to go ahead and put this video out. Should you decide to, do some shopping where you're 20% off, or you're going to wait on the VIB sale at Sephora, if that's your thing. I think all of these palettes are still available, the ones I'm going to talk about, which is why I didn't put some in the video and didn't pull them, because I don't think that they're all available anymore. Some I've had just, for a minute, but I do think the ones that I pull, they are still available. That's why I want to make sure, so that you can still get them. Use your coupon. I'm going to start off with the one from Urban Decay. This palette, you guys, I'm telling you, hey, thank you. So sweet. Hey, Tasha. This one is the Urban Decay. This is the Born to Run. If you follow me on Instagram, then I have talked about this palette as being one of the travel friendliest palettes on the planet, and I like it because the tones have a lot of depth to them, and surprisingly there is not a shade in here that I can't think of that I have not used. Maybe not Breakaway. That's kind of light, but that may be the only thing I had not used. But everything else in this palette, I think it's 50% off at Macy's right now, and if not, I saw, was it on sale at us? It's been on sale a couple times. So but as far as fall, like this whole section right here, all of that. But this shade right here, I think the Wanderlust and the Big Sexy, those two green shades, yeah, that speaks, screams fall. Yes, this is one of my favorites. I talk about this palette all the time because when I travel, this is the palette that I will grab as my base, and then take something else maybe just to kind of, spice it up. So the palette that I would travel with now with this one would be, especially for fall, if you guys have not gotten your hands on this palette, hold on one second, y'all. If you have not gotten your hands on this palette, you are missing out. I don't care what they say. She really went in for the chocolate girls. I talk about this palette as well. The Jackie Aina palette by Anastasia. You guys, listen. This, I have used every shade in here. Every shade. There is not a shade in this palette. So if I want to travel, I would take my Urban Decay, Born to Run, in this palette now. It used to be my Urban Decay and Soft Glam, but I kind of used my, hadn't really just dipped into that since I gotten this palette. This palette, and the only reason why I would not take this by itself is because it doesn't have a black in it. But if it had a black in it, this would be the one I would try with, because Zam, Trust Issues, Dollars, Sugar, they give you enough of everything in this particular palette. It is so chocolate girl friendly. The depth of the color range in here. I know that she's really into purples, but so am I. But I also just felt like, even with this eye look I did today, you could accomplish this eye look with this palette. Even though I didn't use this palette, I just used my Juvia's Place palette. But you could take that little red and put it right there. Take a little bit of this, the little gold up there, Soleil, and put it right there. And then put the chocolate and brown and mix it. So that's what I'm saying. This is really, 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 really. If you don't do anything else, I'm telling you, these are the two that I would just be like, yes, these are my two palettes that I would just go ham. I know y'all surprised. I know y'all surprised because you all know I stands for Juvia's Place. And if I was going, you gonna tell why in just a minute. If I was going to pick a palette, yeah, it's gonna be this one because these three shades down here, I haven't hit pan on anything else other than I don't think in a lot of my palettes, but this right here, when I don't really feel like trying to do anything, I will lay down this shade, and this shade, and that is my matte look for that day or just whatever. And then I will pop this in my inner corner as my inner corner highlight. I'm telling y'all, magic is created. And the reason why I say that this is such a fall appropriate palette is because of the shimmers. They have the richness of the fall in them, just like what I have on my eye today. It wasn't out of this palette, but you could get this same look out of this palette as well. Mixing those two right here, those two shades together, get what's out here, and then taking a little bit of, you know, the copper and the red and kind of putting it there, and then kind of lightening it up with that shade right there. I broke this little peachy shade, which kind of hurts my feelings. I almost rebuy, which I think I am going to rebuy this palette because I use it so much. Those three shades at the bottom are worth whatever. And this is the Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place. This is one of my favorite. Y'all know I talk about this palette all the time, and I'm just telling you. As far as, you know, everyday look, yeah, you can still do that. Like, you can just take this shadow right here, put it as your lid, mascara, out the door. Yes, all day long. The next one, okay, so I kind of say yes to this one as my fall because I'm going to tell you why. You know, this is, you know, it has the greens in it. This shade right here, down at the bottom, Ashante. You guys, I have worn that shade as an all-over lid shade, and I promise you, I had people just saying, oh, your eye looking so beautiful today, and all I did was wear this shade right here. But being able to, you know, mix in any of the greens and the oranges to kind of give you, you could actually take this shade as your crease and then put this down as your lid, just to kind of mix things up if you want to. But that Ashante shade, yes, I love everything about this palette. You guys know this. I stand for this Tribe palette for a while. Like, I was just wearing it every day, and it's a good palette that you can use for everyday look. You can actually take this brown shade as your lid shade, and then use any of the shimmers as something that you could put in your center or use on your lid. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. So these two, yes. If I was going to pick two Juvia's, these would be the two I would pick for the fall. If you don't want to buy, like, you don't want to give her all your coins, which is not a lot, these two are the two that I would roll with for sure. And if you're just I'm going to finish up with, if you just don't want to do all of that, then the palette that I think that I have gotten the most use out of as far as being very fall appropriate is this Morphe 35V. You guys, this provides me with everything. It has the warm tone, so like those four right there together. If you want to do like a blue smoky, this black right here, you can do that. The green, any of these shades over here to the side will get you your smoky, and then all your neutrals right here with all your pops of color for your inner corner. So if you just want to do one palette, the 35V is the one that I would recommend, especially for the fall, because of the tones that are in here, and then to be able to do your smokies out of that, okay? So this shade right here, let me see, what is it called? That's Tris, I think. This one right here, you guys, look at that. I have taken that and just done it all over the lid and blended it out with a little bit of the orange. Fall. I don't know, let me see if I can swatch it. Okay, that didn't swatch good, and you won't be able to see it, but yeah, because I got other stuff on my wrist. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, you will not be disappointed. If you just want to do one, and you want to say bump out what Kim talking about, all them palettes, and I've tried to put them in, like, you know, because you're more than likely going to need something else. But since this one has a black in it, then yes, you could just roll out with this 35V, okay? Yeah, the copper, oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Yes, I'm here for that. The burgundies, oh, yes. So if you just want to say yes to one, that's the one I would say yes. Because there's not gonna be too many that I'm gonna be like it's just one palette, because that's kind of hard. You may have to dip into a couple, like one other palette. I don't say do, if you're doing your eyes, then you shouldn't have to do like 4 and 5 unless it's a specific look you're going for with a specific tone, and you don't want to keep going out buying things, and you are a palette junkie like myself. Then yes, you would have to, kind of pull your palettes together. I just don't like doing a whole bunch of palette jumping. It's just not my thing. I did it, that little series for Juvia's Place, when I kind of mixed things in with that the Warrior 3 palette, only because that's the y'all needed some other tones to kind of hold on one second, y'all. Let me. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Hold on. One second. So, oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. Come back. I missed the comment. Make sure you post it back. I was responding to a text message. I'm sorry about that. But we're live, so that happens. But yeah. And so if you want to take your queens and run to Sephora, everything else that I mentioned so far on the other side, you can just get that at Ulta. I think Ulta has a 20% off coupon that you can use now on anything in the store. So if you want to get that Jackie Aina palette, get it 20% off. If you want to get the Urban Decay, it was on sale at Macy's last week, I know, for 50% off. And I think that's it as far as real expensive. Everything else, you can just get it also and use your coupon, okay? The next two you can get at Sephora. I think you can still get this Valid Boss, the Pro one, like a Boss palette. So if you just in Sephora and that's just your thing, this does nothing but screen fall. Does it not, y'all? Does it not? I used, other than I did a brown smoky. Does it include any of Julia's Place? Does what include? I missed something because I was texting on my phone. But ask me, does what? This video? Yes, I've gone over two palettes that Oh, I don't like. You know what? I'm in a makeup group, and we've been talking about Colorpop, and I don't think I'm going to purchase any more color. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The 20% can be used on anything in the store. Yes, it does include Juvia's Place, but I think last week, or is it this week? Last week, Juvia's Place had everything 40% off. So make sure you're following them on Instagram, because the 40% off is way better than the 20. And this week, I think she's doing buy one get one free of her complexion products. So on my face today, actually, I am wearing her I Am Magic foundation. I am in the shade, I'm between what's this, Malawi and Lago. So I think I got Malawi on today. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that yeah, Juvia's Place always having a sale right now through before the holidays. She really kicks it in. So if it's any palettes that you want, I would say wait until she does the sale, because 40 and 50% off is way better than just doing the 20% at Ulta. Trust me, way better. So you can get probably her whole collection for what we spend on one or two palettes. Okay. The next one that I wanted to tell you guys about was the Violet Boss, Like a Boss palette. And this corner up in here, those four up in there, and any of these shimmers, this down here gives you a perfect date night out or night out on the town shimmer, where you can just lighten things up if you need to. But the mattes in here are what I have really been kind of impressed about, because I did a chocolate smoky eye the other day, and let me tell y'all, only thing I used was those three chocolates. Like I went from the light chocolate, and then I mixed in the last two chocolates, just to give me a good chocolate smoky. And if you just want to go to Sephora and you like, I don't want, which palette for the chocolate girls. Oh, thank you, Pam. Thank you, thank you. I'll show y'all what palette I used, because y'all keep asking me about this, talking about this eye look. But yeah, this palette right here, you definitely can get this look out of this palette as well. Just take a little bit of, the only thing I have is, it looks funny, but this is like a red, pretty much like what I have out here. So it has more of a coppery red. So yeah, you just gotta kind of play sometimes with your palettes. But if you want a chocolate girl, show up pigmentation there, and you in Sephora, hopefully they will. Hopefully this Like a Boss palette is still available, because I really do like it, especially when I'm just wanting to kind of stay in one palette, and I can do that because this does have a black in it, and the black is pretty good. Okay. The last one is just one for play, because it would not be fair of me not to give you all something out of the box, out of the frame, out of the whatever. Hold on, my watch is doing the most right now. Okay, you guys, listen. Pat McGrath's Bronze Ambition. I know, I hope that you can still get this one. A lot of people are like, it's only 6 shadows. It's only 6 shadows, but you can definitely expand upon the six. You don't have to go all out. If that's not your thing, then it doesn't have to be your thing. This chocolate, even though you can see it has a bit of shimmer in it, let me try to show you guys. This one right here, I use it as a matte. So I will actually use it as a brown smoky and take the little brownish shade next to it and blend that out. And that is a beautiful look. Inner corner with any of the golds, even with that copper. Oh my God. So you see what I'm saying? So you could actually take even the brown shade and use it as your all over lid shade, and then go in with any of the shimmers and kind of halo it out, or just kind of put your little something at the front part of your eye, and then to give you a little bit depth. That chocolate does build up really well. So I just want to give you something else a little spicy, just in case you guys are wondering. But yeah, I use this Pat McGrath all the time, especially when I think I'm finna go somewhere and try to be really, really. Yeah, girl, hold on, let me pour it, cause y'all gonna be like, what? So I used the Masquerade palette, and really, to be honest with you, I was even, cause this is supposed to be the really colorful one, but all I did was I took the 2 mattes down at the bottom, laid that down. I took what did I take? Oh, the shimmer right here. That's what's back, like right here. And then I took the little copper red. That red is beautiful. So I put it right at the end, right there. And then I took their this shade right here for the front part. That was it. Simple, but I will get a yes. Jules like, cause I'm using my stuff. I when I hit pan, like I think I'm about to hit pan. No, not yet. Not too much. I always want to hit pan on something, because at the end of the day, it's just a little bit ridiculous that you're buying all this makeup and you're not really using it effectively. And I just didn't want to continue to do that. I want to be able to enjoy myself and to still be able to show that you can get some good looks out of the stuff that you have. So that's why I kind of wanted to go over these. So if you were thinking about getting something, just Colorpop. I don't think I'm gonna purchase any more Colorpop palettes, because I don't think that they're that great. I can get, it seems like when I get ready to use their palettes, it is a struggle for me to use their palettes. It's like you put it down, you put down the your eyeshadow, and it's almost like it blends away, and you really almost just gotta pack it and don't touch it. It's, to me, almost, and it's not even on the same subculture. A lot of people was having this, but I love subculture because that's my baby. But something about the Colorpop formula is off to me, because it's like it's a struggle to get those mattes and stuff to kind of stay on. And of course, because I have hooded lids, I will sometimes, for my shimmers anyway, I don't care who the shimmer is by, I will put down a little bit of glitter primer just so I can get that smoothness across, and that it looks a little more even tone. But Colorpop, I was in a group, we're talking about it now, somebody mentioned it, and then I said, I'm so glad somebody finally said something. The only Colorpop that I say that I did not have an issue with is the one that they did with Makeup Shayla. But the other palettes, they are definitely a struggle. Like, I feel like you can only use one or two of their shades. You can't put something down in your crease and then go back and put something on your lid and then you put something in the outer, you know, like the way you normally just kind of blend things out. It like blends away or they become very, very muddy. So I am thinking I'm over the Colorpop phase. The Sweet Talk palette, I did use it the other day. I came up with a beautiful look. But like I said, what I had to remember was I put something down all over my lid, the matte shade. I didn't try to put anything out here. So what I did was I used the shimmers to do a halo. That was it. It was beautiful, but I just don't think that they mix well together. And I don't, if y'all have experienced it, let me know in the comments, because we were definitely talking about it in this makeup group that I'm in, that it's Colorpop is just well, you can order it. That's just what it to me. It might not be. I just don't feel like, you know, even though everybody's saying, you know, Colorpop is inexpensive, you still want the eyeshadows to work. And I just don't think that if I'm gonna spend 12, 10 bucks or whatever, I can take that 10 or 12 and buy something from Juvia's Place or somewhere else. I can do something else with that. So I just not gonna really buy, because you all know how I feel about the, which one is this? This is the one I hate. The Dream Street, Kathleen Lights Times Color. Right. I don't want to. I tried to make, see, I hit pan on this. I haven't even really used, I tried to make this work like a couple times. The shimmers, yes, I would use those again, but not they. If I do a look with this palette, it's going to be one eyeshadow. Not going to try to blend anything out, and then a shimmer with some glitter glow. Definitely would not do anything beyond that with this. And what's so weird is, first I was like, maybe it's just me, but it may just be this particular palette, because the Sweet Talk palette didn't really do that. And it may be because I didn't really take the chance on the Sweet Talk palette. I just put something down, and then I put a little shimmer. I put the matte down, I put a little shimmer over, and called it a day. And they have glitter in that one, so it's a beautiful palette. I just don't think I'm gonna go in that direction again. You understand what I'm saying? Because I just don't have time. Like when I tried to use this, it was a total disaster. And I think I talked about this palette before, when I used it, when I originally got it, because I bought it for that green in there, and that it's just like you put it on, you can just blow it away. It's like doing that. That's what I think. Anyway, that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope that this was helpful. Those are the palettes that I would recommend that are so chocolate girl friendly for the fall. And then we're gonna come back, and you know, I would definitely try to get this look up for you guys, because it was super duper simple. It was not complicated at all. Oh, everything blends good with the orange primer from NARS. Okay, cool. We would definitely keep that in mind. You got, but you know, all I use now, which is why I know it can't, it has to be something with that Colorpop. I just use the Fenty primer. I don't conceal or anything, just because I don't want to have a lot of product on my eyes to kind of cause any cakiness. So I just use the Fenty primer, which I like. I really do like it a lot. So I'm gonna get one up. Hopefully we can get one up this week. I definitely will keep you guys posted, but I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit before you guys start your shopping and you go out and spend up all this money. What's to kind of give you a little bit more, well, to give you a better direction as far as, you know, some things to look for, and why I kind of think those combinations work together. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Hope that this was very helpful. Let me know down in the comments what you're looking forward to picking up. If you're going to pick up any of the palette suggestions, definitely let me know that. Think about doing a palette video. You're thinking about doing a palette collection video? I've already done one. If you're talking about me, we've already gone down that path. And because I have so many palettes. Oh my God. I'm an eye palette junkie collector at this point, especially when it comes to Juvia's Place or something, a brand that I really stands for. And we'll come back and maybe do a chit chat about all the releases. What are you guys thinking about? You know, all those eyeshadow releases. I just look at them and be like, oh, that's pretty. Oh, I haven't bought anything. I may treat myself at the holidays to won something, you know, I had to support, even though I'm not the biggest, you know, Jackie Aina fan. Video wise, she's probably a very sweet person. But when I actually used this palette, I just had to keep telling people that as far as us being able to use every eyeshadow in a palette, that rarely happens. And I think that she did well, working with Anastasia, I think she did a beautiful job. I think she got overshadowed. I think all of that, because I feel like with the amount of play the other palettes have gotten, they just didn't really give hers the chance. But that's why I try to tell people, when they ask me, you know, palette recommendations, I'm always gonna say the Jackie Aina, because I think she's saying very hard for the melanin popping chocolate beauties of the world. All right, if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them down in the comment section. I cannot wait to interact with you all. We're going to get back on this makeup train tutorial coming soon. I hope I can remember how I did this eye look exactly, because, you know, a lot of times, you guys know me, a lot of times my makeup sessions are my therapy sessions, and sometimes I just don't get around to recording them because I need them. And I need that time to be able to have those therapy sessions, and that's what they are to me. So until the next time I see you all on the next turn, thanks YouTube. Bye bye.